In this video, we are going to talk about 10 books that Bill Gates wants you to read. So before starting, please like this video and subscribe to this channel for our future updates. Have you ever heard the expression learners are earners? Bill Gates, for one, has done so. He makes it a point to read one book per week. No one has any doubts about his abilities to earn money. Fortunately, you can follow his progress by subscribing to his blog, Gates Notes. He provides his comments on the books he reads, so that anyone can gain insight into his thoughts on achievement, and have a better understanding of himself. Bill Gates, the great successful business magnate who founded Microsoft Corporation, and was a pioneer of the worldwide computer revolution by creating software that was easy to use for nearly everyone, is well known to almost all of us. However, Bill Gates is also an ardent reader from a very young age. Bill Gates has been reading novels and encyclopedias since the 5th grade, and he now reads 50 novels per year, despite his busy schedule. He reads a lot of non-fiction, and he believes that it is vital to reflect on what we have learned from our reading. Making notes in the corners of the pages ensures that his mind is fully engaged, and taking in everything the book has to give is important to him. Additionally, he is the author of numerous non-fiction works, the most recent of which being How to Avoid a Climate Disaster, The Solutions We Have and the Breakthroughs, which was published in 2017. Here are the 10 books that Bill Gates wants you to read. So let's start. Number 10. Catcher in the Rye. The story is told through the eyes of Holden Caulfield, a 17-year-old high school dropout. He had been expelled from high school as a result of his bad performance in the classroom. The manner in which Holden narrates suggests to us that he is undergoing medical therapy. It talks about how the world is made up, and how everyone is kind and respectful to someone only in order to gain favors from them. In spite of the book being observational and raw, it contains numerous slang terms and sexual allusions as well as some contentious statements which resulted in its being banned in many places throughout the world. The fact that this book is so realistic is what distinguishes it from other books. It's almost as if Holden is speaking directly to you. This book, which is about society, love, expectations, and the frustrations that occur as a result, is a must-read for any adolescent. This is what Bill Gates had to say about the book. I read it when I was 13 years old. It's one of my all-time favorite books. It accepts that young people are sometimes befuddled, but that they can also be intelligent and perceive things that adults do not. Number 9. The Rosie Project. Following The Rosie Project and The Rosie Result, this is the first book in the Rosie trilogy, which includes the other 2 books in the series. This narrative is about a genetics professor named Don Tillman, who believes that he was simply not meant to be in a relationship with a woman. He, on the other hand, believed that somewhere out there in the world, there was someone for everyone. As a result, he embarked on the Wife Project in an attempt to find the ideal partner for himself. Rosie Jarman was the complete polar opposite of every criterion he had established for the project. Despite her fiery personality, she is determined to track down her biological father. After all, Tillman was the most likely person to be of assistance, and as they embark on their father project, Tillman's perspective on relationships is transformed. Someone looking for love and fighting to conquer all of the challenges that come with it will enjoy this humorous and yet lovely read. It's an enormously intelligent, amusing, and emotional book about being content with who you are and what you're good at, Bill Gates had to say about the book. The author describes this novel as one of the most profound novels I've read in a very long time. Number 8. Business Adventures. To have great success, it is important to understand why businesses are successful and why they fail. This book dives into the deep inner workings of why on both sides. What the publisher says about it. From Wall Street to Main Street, John Brooks, longtime contributor to The New Yorker, brings to life in vivid fashion 12 classic and timeless tales of corporate and financial life in America. Actually, this book was so important to Bill Gates that he made a short video about it. In it, he interviews Warren Buffett and other high-profile business leaders. Number 7. Tap Dancing to Work. No one is surprised to learn that Bill Gates and Warren Buffett have a close working connection. This book is a collection of Buffett's essays that have been integrated by Carol Loomis, a co-worker and close friend of Buffett's. This book is for you if you want to learn about the development of big achievement from the ground up. What the publisher has to say about it: Warren Buffett transformed Berkshire Hathaway into something truly remarkable, and Fortune journalist Carol Loomis was there to witness it all. I believe that anyone who reads it from beginning to end will come away with two main impressions. First, how Warren has remained remarkably consistent in applying his vision and investment principles over the course of his career, and second, how his analysis and understanding of business and markets continues to be unparalleled. Bill Gates had this to say about it. Number 6. The Great Gats. The novel captures the jazz age quite authentically, and it discusses the disappointment that comes with money, social standing, and luxurious lifestyle. The plot of the novel centers around a wealthy man named Jay Gatsby, who hosted lavish parties at his estate on Long Island. Despite the large number of visitors, loud jazz music, champagne, and confetti scattered over the room, Jay Gatsby remained distant and uninterested because he had just one guest to impress: Daisy Buchanan, a married, elegant, and charismatic woman from Kentucky. It is a sad search by Gatsby for the unachievable that demonstrates that happiness is about more than just money and social standing, even when one is enjoying the American dream life. Here's what Bill Gates had to say about the book. It's a great book. This is the novel that I have reread the most times. The following statement, which Melinda and I adore, is painted on the wall of our home. His ideal must have looked so close that he could barely fail to grasp it. Number 5. Life is what you make it. Find your own path to fulfillment. A motivational and inspiring book written by the well-known composer and musician Peter Buffay, which encourages readers to make sensible decisions about their lives and careers. If they should choose a path with less obstacles and thorns, or if they should choose a path less traveled and hustle to achieve our goals and live a life of fulfillment. In his words, the only true thing he got from his parents was a philosophy, which he used to carve out his own route in life after growing up. He discusses all of the life lessons he has received from his mother and father, as well as all of the teachers and motivators he has encountered throughout his life. Anyone who wishes to live life to the fullest in his or her own way should read this book. Number 4. Where Good Ideas Come From. Being successful necessitates a certain amount of creativity and innovation. For many individuals, this keyword does not conjure up vivid images in their minds. The definition of where good ideas come from is what creates a fruitful environment for effective innovation. The following is what the publisher has to say about the book. The printing press, the pencil, the flush toilet, the battery, all of these are fantastic ideas. But from where do they originate? What kind of environment is conducive to their development? What causes the flash of brightness to appear? How can we develop the groundbreaking technologies that propel our lives, our civilization, and our culture into the future? As a result of his replies, Stephen Johnson has identified the 7 essential patterns that underpin genuine innovation and has traced them across time and disciplines. Number 3. Awakening Joy. Why do you want to be successful? Joy may be a reason. This book teaches you how to have joy while you are becoming successful. What the publisher says about it: Awakening Joy is more than just another book about happiness. More than simply offering suggested strategies to change our behavior, it uses time-tested practices to train the mind to learn new ways of thinking. The principles of the course are universal, although much of the material includes Buddhist philosophy drawn from the author's 30 years as a Buddhist meditation teacher and spiritual counselor. Number 2. A Separate Piece. The action of the narrative takes place at a boys' boarding school, the prestigious Devon School, where the two main characters, Gene and Finney, were students. At the time, World War II was raging and driving families apart around the world. They shared a room together. The difference between Finney and Gene was that Finney was a charismatic young guy who could easily get away with any mischief, while Gene, on the other hand, was an introvert. Their connection grew stronger over time, but something happened that summer that not only ended their friendship, but also permanently ended their childhood innocence and ruined it. A Separate Piece, a novel based on the author's own life experiences, tackles the dark side of adolescence and will have a lasting impact on all of those who read it. Number 1. The Great Influenza, the story of the deadliest pandemic in history. When the World War I was at its peak, taking numerous lives, a deadly influenza virus contamination broke out in an army camp in Haskell County and rapidly spread all across the American troops, taking millions of lives worldwide. It took away more lives than AIDS and Black Death took away in years. This deathly outbreak of influenza was the first collision of science and an epidemic. The book talks about how abstract the research in the field of medicine was in America, and once the World War I started, a large number of doctors and nurses were dedicated to serving the soldiers, and this caused a shortage of medical facilities for the common mass. How the virus spread, how the masses reacted to it, and what steps the authorities took to curb the spread gives us an insight about how to deal with such epidemics in the future. A must-read book for everyone as we are fighting against the COVID-19 disease. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoy this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.